Hi, Tim and Steve, and what a day this has been. I mean, everybody has their day, and I'm going to tell you mine, but it has been it's been pretty intense. But not in the way that you think in the hospital. And I mentioned this in the other video. A lot going on in our world. A lot happening in our world. Not only what's going on in the pandemic, the good news that's getting better, everybody. That is starting to go down. And the number of cases we have in the hospital have really decreased quite a bit. It's really good news. But the other thing is that, people have been coming up to me most all day long. And mostly the nurses, staff members, doctors, even too. Some, and what they're saying what's going on in the world. There is a feeling here at the end of times. And I'm going to tell you it's not. This is not about the end of times. I have talked about this before. The one part of all this, is about the ultimate choice of free will. We choose how we're going to do what we're going to do in our lifetimes. The second thing, and I think the feeling that I'm getting, and the pandemic didn't quite do it, is a wake-up call. This is about waking up, everybody. This is about, what we have a choice to make. If we want end of times, we can destroy this world. We can do it. It's all about will. It's our will, what we do with it. All of us, as the total population of this world, all of us as part of humanity. We choose, everybody. Not the end of times, and all God is trying to do is to put us in circumstance to finally to wake up. Kind of looking in the rearview mirror, you go in a car and you have a rearview mirror and you got the front window, and the rearview mirror is pretty small. Whatever's happened in the past is the past, everybody. It's no more. It's done. The window in the front of the car, that's our future, everybody. We will decide what our future is going to be. All of us, all of humanity will decide what the future will be. If we want it to end of time, that's where we're going to go. If we want to go ahead and do the future and really get going here, and the stuff that we could do is absolutely stunning. God, what we can do as a total population is stunning. And there are forces at play here. They're all jockeying for power. And it's interesting to watch what goes on Putin. I think Putin is really misjudged quite a bit. He wants to have a legacy. He wants to regain that power of the Soviet Union. And it's going to backfire, everybody. And what is interesting in Ukraine, they're fighting for democracy. People here in the United States are, they're fighting against democracy. It's stunning how some of these, I cannot believe. They're leading us down a path of dictatorship. They want us to vote. They want all kinds of stuff here. But here in Ukraine, these people, against all odds, are fighting for freedom. They're fighting for democracy. They're fighting the will to live the way that you want to live. Destiny. We choose destiny, and they're choosing destiny. They're fighting for it, everybody. You talk about having some courage and guts. They got it. And there's the example right in front of us. It's right there. We can see it on television all day. We can see it all the time. They're choosing democracy. And here in this country, there's a movement to kind of get rid of democracy, a dictatorship. And we're seeing right in front of us that it's not the case at all. They know what dictatorship is. They know what this is all about. And they're fighting for democracy. And there's a lesson to be learned here. And I think sometimes God puts stuff out there to wake us up. What are we going to do? What are we going to decide to do, everybody? What are we going to do with this lifetime and lives to come? The future. Rearview mirror. Pretty small, and the front window is huge. And what we can do is stunning, what we can do. As an entire race, the entire humanity, all of us. It's about choice, everybody, and I talk about the ultimate test of free will. It is about choice. If we want to go down the path of, the end of times and destroy this whole world, whatever, we can will it. Or we can will it to go in the future, to look out through that front window, not the rearview mirror, the front window. And we're watching live every day, every second, every minute, every hour what Ukraine is doing and how these people are fighting. And it's not going well for Russia right now. It's been slowed down quite a bit. The will. That's the whole thing about all this too, is our will. And I think, God putting us right in front of us to kind of witness all this out. Depends on how we interpret it, everybody. And that's the other thing, too. People are trying to persuade us in very different ways. But the choice is really, it's all out there. God has put in front of us this whole thing, and we can choose between the end of times, or we can choose our future. It is our destiny. We choose our destiny, everybody. That's just a plain and simple fact. And all God is trying to do is wake us up. And He's given an example of what's going on in a country that wants freedom, a country that wants to fight for democracy. And here in this country right now, their forces are going on the opposite way. It's all out there, God. God's putting it out there. He's putting it all in front of us right now. What do we do? What's our choice going to be? And all that God is doing is trying to wake us up. It's not saying the end of times. He's just trying to wake us up. This is our choice, everybody. We choose. As a total population, the total whole of the humanity, we choose. And I think Putin has really misjudged all of this. Russia, their people are demonstrating, and half of the population in Russia is from Ukraine. They got relatives, family, all kinds of stuff in there. What do you think they're thinking right now? And the media is going to get out, and things are going to go on. The Russian people are going to find out what's really going on in Ukraine. And even Putin is trying to put a lid on all this, but it's going to get out there. There's technology in that sense. It's to our favor. Anyway, I wanted to put this out here, everybody, because I think I had a lot of questions, and I was trying to explain to a lot of nursing staff. To be honest with you, were coming up to me because I just happen to be a chap, and they think I have all the answers, and I do have the answer. And I tell them what I'm telling you. It is the ultimate test of this is about free will, everybody. It's about choice, but it's also about waking us up. We choose, everybody. It's all in front of us. We see everything that's going on here. We choose. It's up to all of us which way we're going to go. That front window, like the rearview mirror, it's pretty small, everybody. What that picture in the window in the front of our car, huge. And that's our destiny, everybody. If we choose to do our destiny, it can be huge. It can be stunning what we can do as a total population. Try to wake us up. That's all that God's trying to do. He tried to do it in the pandemic. Didn't quite wake us up. This might. This might wake us up. It looks pretty bleak at times, I got to tell you. That's part of what God does. He puts it out there. I talk about the law of opposition, everybody. I talked about that a long time ago. You have to know one to know the other. And God puts this out all the time, the law of opposition, everybody. Good and evil. Night and day. Our future. What we choose to be. And here's a country, a small little country, fighting for democracy. Fighting the right to be. To have freedom. To be whatever that is that you want to be. And there are forces in this country that are doing the other way. So I'm going to end it here, everybody, and it's not the end of times, everybody. It is not the end of times. What it is about is waking us up to make the choices that we have a choice in front of us. We choose the end of times, that's what it will be. That's the world we're going to go down. When we choose that front window, the future can be immense. It can be stunning, again, to use that word, what we can do. The entire world, all of us. It's kind of waking us up, everybody. That's this whole thing. It's about waking us up. Sometimes I said the law of opposition, we have to know one to know the other. And here it is. So what are we going to do? What are we going to choose? I'll leave it up to everybody. I know what my decision is. I'm going forward, everybody. I'm going through that front window. That's where I'm going, that future. It's up to all of us now. All of us have to choose, everybody. This is not the end of time. But it is about a wake-up call. What are we going to do? What are we going to choose? I'm going to end it there. Thanks for your time. As always, I hope your day is going well. And until the next video. Thank you again. I appreciate your time. Thank you.